You're listening to Stories to Create with your host, Cornell Bunting. Author, motivational speaker, and founder of EHAS Each Episode. Cornell sits down with inspiring voices to uncover the stories that shape who we are and who we're becoming. Get ready to listen, learn, and be inspired. The show starts now.
Welcome to another episode of Stories to Create podcast right here in EHAS Club. I'm excited today because we finally have our COO, Miss Cindy Banyai, or Dr. Cindy Banyai.
That's right. You got it.
Did I say that good? Ooh! I just said that good, people. So, listen, man, I'm excited. You know, we're in season 2. There's a lot happening. First, I want to shout out all you guys over there in the UK that listen to the show, that show us love over here. I'll be coming over soon to do some book signing. I promise. It's going to be a beautiful thing.
Do I get to go too?
Of course.
I got
there
friends
you
in
go.
the UK.
Ooh. And you never know. You might even be getting to hang out with Dr. Cindy Banyai.
I don't know if I'm as cool as Cornell.
That's all right. She got that cool vibe. It's a beautiful thing. And then also to all you new listeners that are out in Europe, Africa, the Caribbean, I appreciate you guys for just definitely showing love to Stories to Create podcast right here at EHAS Club. Again, I'm your host, Cornell Bunting, and we're going to dive into it.
We're going to dive into it. I don't know what it is, but we're going to get there.
This is how we want to dive. This is where we want to go back, Cindy. So we would love for you to kind of help us understand who you was as that little girl growing up, where you was growing up. Where was that?
So I actually grew up in Michigan. So
no,
yeah,
really?
I lived outside of Detroit.
Okay. From
elementary school on, but I was born in a small area, industrial area called Bay City.
Okay.
Saginaw, that's where my family is. If I get my Michigan map out, you know, the hand like this, I grew up over here. I was born over here and then went down by Detroit.
You went down lower.
Yeah, and my parents were teenagers, actually. So,
what?
Yeah, my parents right now, actually tomorrow is going to be my father's 63rd birthday. And I'm 43.
So you 43. Okay.
Yeah. So they, they were teenagers and they did a good job. They got married. They built a life. And they pursued their education. I watched them do that, going through college and getting careers and moving through those careers. And they've done amazing things with their life too. They're both got graduate advanced degrees, both high powered careers. Yeah. My dad spent 25 years with GM and then the latter part of his career moving between different automotive suppliers and different companies. He's worked for all the big three at this point. He's really big into the EV cars, the batteries and stuff. Did a lot with factories overseas. My mom does information securities and had worked for health insurance companies and even electrical companies, trying to basically protect them from cyber warfare and keep them up to date with all of the compliance needed.
Yeah. Wow.
So I grew up there. We grew up, hand to mouth.
Yeah.
On government assistance when I was really young. And then they made it out and made their way. And I, from a very early age, was interested in people and the world.
Okay.
And it was lucky that my parents recognized this. And so they actually helped me to get opportunities where I would learn from different types of people. I remember even going back to 3rd grade, I got paired with this student that came in our class from Yugoslavia at the time. This was Soviet Union era, right? And I actually learned some Serbian and was able to communicate and spend a lot of time with her family. It was a very interesting experience. And that kind of paved the life for me to move forward into my studies at university and graduate school in the international realm.
Oh, okay. So how many siblings?
I have a younger brother.
Okay.
He's 6 years younger than me.
Okay.
He's like more like my parents. He's a software engineer, so he picked a really lucrative career. I've been working in nonprofits my whole life, so I'm also very hand to mouth.
Yeah, listen, it's gonna pay off. It always does.
I think so.
Yes,
it always pays off to work in the nonprofits and in your community because it's your heart. It's helping people and helping people meet their goals and their mission. That's what I've been doing for my whole career.
Right.
I'm very passionate about that. I love to see people succeed. I love to see growth in community and people connect to achieve amazing things.
That's a beautiful thing. So what was school like growing up?
Like elementary school? People picked on me. They were mean to me.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was but I was the studious kid. I was like the top of the class always.
Oh, so that's why they picked on you, because you knew too much.
Yeah.
You listened to everything. How dare you?
Yeah, I'm always the nerdy kid. I was the teacher's helper, all this kind of stuff. I was actually such an annoying overachiever in all of my elementary school classes that the teachers used to give me extra work. Yeah. So by the time that I was in the end of elementary school, my teacher, I was grading all of her papers. I was decorating her whole classroom.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's then I would talk because I love people. So I'd finish my work really fast and then everybody. And so she needed to do things to keep me occupied.
Wow. You didn't have not even one friend that would copy off your paper all the time?
No.
What? See, I would have been that friend right there. I would be like, hey, listen, I need to be on the A like how you on the A like that.
So no, actually it was me and the boys. So there were like the two other kids that were like the top kids were boys. Okay. So it was kind of like this whole competition. I was like, can I be as good or better than the boys? So I was very competitive like that.
Oh, okay. So you didn't do any sports?
No, I did sports too. So I actually started basketball.
What?
As a kid, and I played basketball through high school. I was actually really great. I made varsity as a sophomore. Got scholarships to play in college, but chose to go to a bigger school. I continued to be a basketball coach through college and then afterwards. So I've coached every age level. I coached high school, I've coached middle school, and I coached elementary school in Taiwan.
Wow. As you mentioned Taiwan, what sparked you to want to go that far from home?
It was the furthest away I could get.
So was that college, leaving from college, or attending college?
Afterwards. So I went away to Michigan State University. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm a nerdy overachiever kid, so I had 2 degrees, psychology and international relations. Okay. And I'd never been anywhere. Because when you grow up, you don't have a lot of money. You don't go anywhere. So I was like, wow, this seems like a real disadvantage to have a degree in international relations and never have been anywhere. So I did do a study abroad to China, and then directly after that, I got a job working in Taiwan. Sort of got a job. I actually just bought a round trip ticket to Taiwan, had 3 job interviews and a place to stay for 2 weeks.
That's amazing.
So off I went at 22.
Yeah, wow. And you hang out over there for a couple of years.
Yeah, I was going to stay for 1 year and stayed for 3. Wow. Because it was great. I was 22. I was like paying off student loan debts. Yeah. The cost of living there was like a third of the United States. So even though I was making like $30,000 a year in like US dollars, it felt like I was making almost $100,000 a year. So I'm living large. I'm going to like club openings, like Ministry of Sound. What? Yep, Ministry of Sound opening, giant clubs. Yeah. I'm traveling. I went to Thailand. I got my dive certificate. I traveled to South Africa. I went to Singapore. I climbed mountains in Malaysia and Borneo.
Balling out.
Well, yeah. Well, plus it was cheaper to get. Like if I'm in Taiwan, it's a $200 plane ticket. Right. At most to get to Thailand. Right. Whereas from here, it's really hard from the United States because we're so far.
Right. Oh man, so the experience over there was a lot of.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Every young person carries a story of hope, of struggle, of dreams waiting to rise. But in too many undeserved communities, those stories go unheard.
At ease Inc. everyone has a story. We believe every voice deserves a chance. Through mentorship, empowering programs, and storytelling workshops, we help you discover their purpose, strengthen their mindset, and build a future they can be proud of.
From classrooms in Jamaica to communities across Southwest Florida,
EHAS is changing lives,
one story at a time.
but we can't do it alone. Join us, become a mentor, volunteer, donate, help us fuel the next generation of leaders, creators, and change makers.
Visit EHAS.org today, because when you help a young person share their story, you help them change their world.
It was great. And I loved teaching. I loved kids. I was teaching kindergarten. I actually became a head teacher at my school because, again, I'm an overachiever. So, and I was doing cooking curriculum through all of my other classes, helping the other teachers, teach the kids life skills and language through cooking. And I had a very great experience working with my Chinese co-teachers. So we had a Chinese teacher and an English-speaking teacher in every class. Mm-hmm. And I worked directly with my Chinese teacher. So we totally team taught everything. So it was like, say something in Chinese, say something in English, back and forth. So it was an amazing experience.
What was your favorite word to say in Chinese?
I was like, I'm not going to, first came to mind was a swear word. I'm not going to say that.
That's okay. We don't know. We don't know.
Because listen, you'll like this. Buyao.
Buyao.
Buyao. It's like, no, I don't want it.
Oh,
Buyao.
wow.
But listen, you want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
And because one of the things that being international and experiencing different cultures and stuff, I don't know, I'm really comfortable diving into the uncomfortable, right? And you as somebody who's lived in different cultures and countries, you can understand that, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is kind of a funny story. So Taiwanese, they speak Chinese, right?
Right.
But they speak it with actually like a Southern Chinese accent called like a Fujian accent, like the same way that people in Shanghai. Yeah. So it's kind of like sing-songy, right? So they speak with a but there's a couple of things that they say that are kind of just very natural for that area, right? Yeah. It's not in other areas. And one of them is ne-ge. Ne-ge means like this. And it's also used as like a stammering word, like something you say to fill up the space.
Okay.
So you'll be like, 不要那个鸡肉. Right? Like, I don't want that chicken. Right? But you heard it, right? So like imagine 不要那个鸡肉. Right? Like, I don't want that chicken, right? But here's the thing. So as an American, and then I had friends from other places. I hung out with a lot of British speakers, people who work for a British English school, right?
Oh, lovely.
So I had people who are, people from Africa, people from all over the place, right? Yeah. My good friend was from Trinidad. She worked for the British English school. But here's the thing. As an American and then having, black friends too, when you walk in and the first time you hear a Taiwanese person say that, like I say the reason I use it as chicken is because like the first time that we had heard it was at Kentucky Fried Chicken. But so like my friends are sitting there like, what do they say here?
Yeah.
What does that word mean? So it's always very exciting, these things you learn when you're living in different cultures.
That's amazing, right? That you get introduced to the orange chicken.
Well, yeah. So here's what's funny about American Chinese food is that it's actually nothing like Chinese food. Like nothing at all. Like nothing at all. So
you got the whole place. What?
No, right. So here's what's so funny. I actually had a friend who opened a restaurant in Shanghai that was Chinese food the way that different countries make Chinese food.
Wow.
So he had like an Indian chef that was making Chinese food the way they make it in India. They had American chef making Chinese food the way they made it in the United States.
I see.
But none of it was the way that Chinese people make it.
Wow. So Chinese people don't even really do the bourbon chicken the way they do the bourbon chicken.
That is a wholly American adventure.
Come on. We go hard on the bourbon chicken.
One of the only things that I've seen that's even close to the way that people in Taiwan and China eat food is Kung Pao chicken.
Come on.
And even though everybody does that somewhat different, that's like the only one that is...
That's close, huh?
Like close, yeah.
Wow. So the culture was very accepting over there.
I wouldn't go that far.
No.
So, actually, this is where you learn some very valuable lessons about racism, because everybody actually hates everybody else. Not hates, but you know what I mean. Like people have a hard time getting along in a lot of places, and I actually in Taiwan experienced a race-based injury, which was fascinating. Yeah. I was playing on a company basketball game. Like we had, they called it sports day. I don't know. So, and I was kind of, like I said, I was a baller, right? I used to go and play basketball with all the guys that worked at my company. Okay. So I was like notorious. I'm like, I'm the only woman that's going there. Yeah. And I'm like schooling these Taiwanese guys. Like, and I was a center, even though I'm pretty short, but I was still able to throw these dudes around. So I was notorious, right? Yeah. So it came to the basketball tournament, and it was 3-on-3, and it was women versus women. Yeah. And everybody knew about me. Wow. To the extent that when we go into play, and I'm actually one of the players on my team was a woman who was Canadian and played Canadian for a Canadian college. Right. But she was a guard and I was the center. So I go in, I was like this perfect finger roll, like rolling the basketball in. Yeah. And one of the Taiwanese women who was playing for the other team pushed me. Yeah. And I sprained my ankle, a 3rd-degree sprain on my ankle, couldn't walk. I was like carried out and off. Oh, no. I'm like 22, 23 at the time. Yeah. So I'm just kind of like, my ankle hurts and whatever. I had to go to the hospital. I was out of work for a week. But during that whole time, utter chaos ensued. So my boss, who was a Taiwanese woman that ran the school that we worked at, because afterwards, apparently, and I missed all this, but afterwards, my Chinese, coworkers were, oh, good, we heard the guy, the foreigner, like, we're so, hey, yay, we got her out. Like, they were cheering that they hurt me. Wow. And so this kind of boiled over, and there was, because we had this whole staff of foreigners and things like that. So they ended up making all of the Chinese staff come to the events that the foreigners were playing in and cheer on the foreigners. Wow. So it became this whole thing, and they were like, the management was fighting and stuff. And to this day, my ankle's still messed up. Oh my goodness. But I became like this pinnacle of this battle between different folks. And I really understood the rivalry, like the problem. I mean, not only is it always difficult when you have people from different countries coming together. Right. That's a challenge no matter what. Because even though we humans are very similar, there are all these little things that we do that are different that we can miscommunicate with one another, annoy each other, make each other mad, and we don't even know, a lot of times. But that there was also a component of economic distress because the foreigners coming in to teach English, and the people who knew how to teach English there were upset about it, that there was this preference for foreigners. So, there was, people that really like, they took my job, like, we took their job, so they were kind of mad about it. So, I understand the dynamics of it on all sides, right? Like, was it right for her to injure me or anybody? No, of course not. Were there stress and tension? Absolutely. Yeah. Wow. Went in there, got all them ladies upset, and like, she's winning everything. We can't have this. That my game was just too strong. Yeah. Bad for business. It was bad. Yep. So you did 3 years and then you came back? No. No, I didn't come back. No? I moved to Japan. What? Yep. Okay. So you moved to Japan and you were still doing the same thing you were doing? Sort of. So I moved to Japan because I wanted to get my master's and my PhD. I wanted to continue studying international relations. And I was like in East Asia, that was my interest. That was in my undergrad, what I was studying. I was studying a lot about China policy. I had actually worked for the Senate and the Senate Finance Committee on the U.S.-China trade relations bill that led China to come into the WTO. So I spent a lot of time understanding these issues. And then I lived there, and the culture and the dynamics was so interesting, I wanted to stay. Wow. But I couldn't speak Chinese well enough to study in Chinese. So I had to find a program in English, and I did. So I did my master's degree in international relations, international cooperation policy, and international public administration at Ritsumeikan Asia Taiheiyo Daigaku. So that's Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University. We were in southern Japan. Wow. Amazing school on the top of this beautiful mountain in rural Japan. A very strange place to kind of find yourself. But we have students from 170 different countries there. Wow. It has a wholly English master's and PhD program, and then a bilingual undergraduate program. So all the students either start in English or Japanese, and then by the end of their 4 years, they switch to the other.
Wow. So this sits on top of the hill, so you got to walk up the hill every day. I
mean, so the dorms were kind of embedded in the hill, but you were still like walking up.
Oh, okay, I see.
But it sat in a bowl that overlooked this called Beppu Bay and Monkey Mountain, which actually has monkeys on it.
It does?
Yes.
It's a lot of monkeys.
And the reason it has monkeys on it is because a long time ago the farmers got mad about the monkeys, so they started feeding them in one spot.
What?
And then they just had to make it like a sanctuary. Wow. Because they fed the monkeys too much. But it saved their crops, apparently. So
it's a lot of banana trees up there.
You know what they were eating. Whatever Japanese monkeys were like.
Yeah.
They also like the onsen, right? I don't know.
Yeah. The Japanese monkey different from the other
They
monkey.
are. Yeah. Well, it's the, was it the macaque monkey, I believe, which is one of the most adaptable species on the planet. What? They live everywhere. They live in every type of climate. Okay. And they adapt to their local surroundings. So they'll adapt the food that they eat. And actually, you've probably seen the pictures of the Japanese macaque monkeys like swimming in the onsen in the snow. Yeah, like they'll be in the snow. Yeah. But those ones in those areas have learned how to do that.
Right.
They're the only other species on the planet that's as adaptable as them is us. Because we also can live in all those places too.
Some of us that's okay with change.
Yes, some people are okay with change.
Yeah. So Japan, then back to America.
Then back. So I was 8 years abroad.
Wow. So you were done with Michigan or you went back to Michigan?
No, I moved here, Florida.
Wow. So from Japan to Florida. Mm-hmm. What even made you want to do Florida?
Oh, God. I married my high school sweetheart who moved down here.
Ah, there you go.
He's like, you want to live in Florida? I'm like, yeah, sounds like a good idea. So we got married and had some kids.
There you go.
Started my career here, started working here.
Yeah.
The one thing that I tried to do here was restart my boxing career.
What?
But I got pregnant.
Whoa. What are you doing over? What just happened,
you like that one?
What just happened?
I want to take us way back again.
I'm in the ring with Mike Tyson in his prime when he just like, boom! I wasn't even ready. I was not ready, people. I promise you guys. Okay, so... What? When did you even do
So I had my
boxing?
pro debut in 2000.
Come on.
It's true. Look it up. So when I was in college, right, I'm trying to make money for school. I won the Tough Man competition, which is like a semi-amateur or whatever competition. I got introduced to a trainer, and he's like, hey, you want to go pro? And I'm like, sure, I'm poor. I'll fight for money. And I did.
You said it like that.
I did.
Poor fight for money. Wow.
I was like, how much is it? I'll take that money. So the unfortunate thing was my trainer wasn't a very good matchmaker, and he was actually outmatching me to build up the other fighters' undercards.
Oh, I see. But so you lost a lot of your fights.
I lost all of my fights.
What do you mean?
Well, I had my pro debut against somebody that was like 10-0.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she cleaned my clock. I didn't even know my name anymore.
So you went 0 and how many?
3.
Oh.
Pro fights. But I wanted to make a comeback, so that was the thing.
Okay.
So because I had a bad trainer, I just made some money. Then I moved to Taiwan. I trained in Taiwan, but they didn't have a pro circuit. Okay. So I just trained. I rode my little scooter over there, trained. It was great. And then when I moved to Japan, I actually found a gym to sponsor me. I was at Sugar Ray in Nagahama in Fukuoka. I actually lived in the gym for a while because that was 2 hours away from my university. So I would go take the bus, train on the weekends, sleep in the gym, wake up, work in the city too. I was a bartender and I was teaching kindergarten there as well. But yeah, so I was training and training and training. Yeah. Trying to get in shape to fight in Japan. I had a pro card actually, but I never had a fight in Japan because I never could make weight to fight the Japanese women. Because even though I was in the best shape of my life, I was still about 10 pounds heavier than the heaviest Japanese fighter.
What? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, their heaviest fighter is a lightweight. So it was like 125. Okay. And the best days of my life, I got down to 143. Yeah. That was it. And that was when I'm like, I was so poor, I was riding my bike everywhere. That was it. I was like 12 kilometers a day. Yeah. Wow. You
doing the workout.
That was it, yeah. Oh, man. But I did, it was years and years I was training there and had a great opportunity. And then when I did come back, I hooked up with the gym here called SJC Boxing, Steve Canton. I'm actually on the board of that organization now, trying to help them because they have an amazing mentoring program for kids, trying to help young people who may, kind of like what we do at EHAS too, young people who may, be getting on the wrong path, helping them do that. And we do that through boxing.
That's amazing.
And so I'm happy to be doing that. But yeah, I came back. I was really hoping to get like my redemption back in the United States. And then I got pregnant with my first daughter.
Oh, okay. Was that hard to fire your that coach that you had that was terrible matchmaker?
He really didn't care.
Oh, really?
I mean, it was so weird. Okay, listen. The truth of that is that guy had just gotten out of prison.
What?
For cocaine trafficking.
Oh, my goodness.
And he had to do a certain amount of community service. Mm-hmm. So he built this gym as like his community service, but he was never there.
Oh, okay.
I had the keys to the gym. I was actually running after school programs for kids out of that gym. Wow. I had the keys. I was opening the place. Yeah. His brother was training me for a while. So by the time actually my second fight came up, I was really doing well. My technique had gotten better. My stamina had gotten better. And he was actually afraid. My manager was afraid that I was going to win.
Why was he afraid that you was going to win?
Well, because I wasn't supposed to win. I was fighting actually a woman from Florida here named Chevelle Williams. Oh. And this was up in Detroit at the International Club, which is a terrible place to fight. It was like so smoky. It was horrible. Yeah. Like in the middle of a bar. It was awful. But I had the match there and I was primed and looking like I could win. But again, my manager was setting me up to lose. And then so actually during that fight, he miswrapped my hands. And then he threw my trainer, his brother, out of my corner. Okay. And when I'm like in between, when I'm sitting on the stool, they're supposed to be like, oh, you got to do this or you got to jab more, whatever, right? Yeah. You're cut man, all this stuff. He didn't fix any of my cuts. So my face is just like bleeding out.
Oh, my goodness.
Because I'm a bleeder.
Yeah. So this girl was putting some hands
on. Yeah. I mean, so we do. That's what we get paid to do. So, I'm bleeding out of my face. And I'm like, oh, what do I do? He's like, I don't know, just go hit. I'm like, that's not coaching.
Who says that?
Well, because he was trying to make sure that I lost. Oh, man. So the best that I could do was wipe my blood all over her and bite her.
Did you really bite? She pulled a Mike Tyson, people. Come on. Did you really? Yeah. Would you beat her in the face?
No, I did bite her in the ear. I did the whole thing. It was right about the same time that all happened too. I'm not ashamed to say it now. It's actually really hard because you have a mouthpiece in. I don't know how they did that.
Oh, so you were hoping that it wouldn't be as effective with the mouthpiece in?
Well, actually, yes. No. I was just I just had lost all control of myself. I was like, I'm not going to win this fight. This guy's trying to throw the fight. So I'm just like, taking my glove. I'm like getting blood all over her face. She's getting mad. And then... yeah, I was like a little dirty. So I bit her ear. She went to turn to the ref that I bit her ear, and then I Clocked her.
Ooh, she stole one, people. Oh my goodness. You stole one. That was good. So that made you feel good.
Got me a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of redemption.
This is good. That's what you get for putting hands on me and putting blood on my face. This is good. You go, girl.
There's a lot of little things about me. I know it's like I walk in here, I'm looking like the little mom that I am, but back in the day it was a different story.
You was a different story. Oh, I like that.
But that's one of the reasons why I can do what I do, because I don't care. I was like, I've already been punched in the face more times than I can count.
Oh my
what
goodness.
What are you gonna do to me?
Oh my goodness.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Yeah, I like that. It makes you stronger.
Absolutely.
That's good. I like that. So, first baby happened. Now boxing is out the window.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had to hang up the gloves.
Yeah, hang up the gloves. I got to say, I don't know if I've ever met, and this, I love you so much. I've never met anyone that had a straight losing record, not even one win. So,
No.
But you just roll with it gracefully. It's beautiful. I love it. So done with boxing. Now we got to go back into the work world. Yeah. So, and so here, so you didn't do no more school here in Florida?
I mean, I had my PhD, the doctorate. So I did my master's in Japan, and then my doctorate in Asia Pacific Studies is what it's technically in. But I was continuing my work researching governance. Because at the same time in Japan, I was working as a consultant for the Japanese government, for the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA. And we were doing programs for people who were government officials from different countries, developing countries. We'd bring them to Japan. We'd give them classroom training, like, here's a policy, here's how to do evaluation. And then we would go and show them successful rural economic development plans. So we were doing a lot of like micro development, micro businesses, not saying like, because listen, nobody's going to grow like pickled plums like they do in Japan, right? And we had people from South America, from Chile. We had a group from Southeast Asia. We had a group of 25 different countries across Africa. Tunisia, they all came. And we had to show them, like, what do we do? So it was more of like, so this is how you leverage your assets. So if you got mangoes, these, think about what you can do with them. If you have, wheat, this is what you can do with that. But looking at what you have, which you may be overlooking in terms of assets that you have and talent you have in your community. And that was our message. And it was very, I loved it. Like, I loved it because it was really a way, I thought, to help anybody, any community. There's always talent. There's always somebody who's there. We had an example of this place that had only elderly women, or a lot of elderly women. And they were innovative in how they use their skills. And they were really good at, flower making, flower arrangements. And they made this market where they were selling their flowers arrangements to fancy restaurants in Tokyo, right? So it's that kind of thing. Like, how can we rethink of who we have and what we have to make a living? And I love that. So I did that. I did my field work for master's in Indonesia. Did my field work for my doctorate in the Philippines. So I spent a lot of time with government officials in both those countries. Then I came back here. Wow. Where nobody cares about Asia at all.
So you said pickled plum. What does pickled plum look like?
That's lebosh. It's like that explains it. It's so pickled plums are how do I describe it? They're like salted pickles. So they are these tiny little plums that grow on these trees in Japan. They're so horrible that the birds won't eat them.
What?
They're so
pointless
sour.
To even have
They're
plum.
terrible.
Yeah.
But actually, the town that we would go to is very close to my university. Invented them essentially. Because nobody would eat them. Right. And they came up with this process to pickle them. Wow. And a lot of times you see them in Japanese restaurants or stores. They're quite pink. Because they put this thing called shiso. Shiso. I think, and the only other word I've ever seen to describe it is like a Spanish word, parilla. But it's kind of like a little leaf that has some flavor to it, but it turns everything pink. So they came up with this technique, and they used to hold competitions across Japan of like the best oh my gosh, the best pickled plum.
The pickled plum eater.
Yeah, they're so sour.
Wow.
That like you actually when you eat them, you only eat like this little tiny bit.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's pickled plums.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm very, very well versed in pickled plums.
Did you eat a lot
Not
of
a transferable skill, actually. But.
No?
Well, they also had plum wine. I like that a lot more.
Plum wine.
Yeah, so we used to go to the plum wine distillery all the time.
Okay.
I've actually crawled inside. They have these giant vats.
Yeah.
So, and then, again, it was another thing. Okay, look, you have all these plums that nobody can eat. What can you do with it? Well, you can turn it to wine. So we took our trainees to the wine distillery thing. And they showed us the drums where they would make them. And they had all the plums on the bottom. They're like, oh, you can get some. So we're like climbing in there, pulling out these plums. Yeah. And then eating with the other trainees.
Oh, wow. The pickled plum.
No, the wine plums.
Oh, the wine plum. Okay.
Wine plums.
Ah. So those were sweet.
No, they were just full of booze. It made it a lot more fun.
We have just ate some plum and now we are wasted, people. We have been wasted on plums. That's it. That is serious right there. Oh my goodness. So back here though, starting a family and doing what you were doing. So you just kind of focus on family. So stay at home mom or?
Initially. So it was very difficult. Obviously I have a PhD. There's not a huge market for PhDs because they're kind of like too high for some things and but not a lot of universities. So I actually ended up getting a job at Florida Gulf Coast University. I've been an adjunct faculty there for going on 10 years now in the Department of Political Science and Public Administration. I teach American government and global studies there. So that's great. I love teaching the young people, the people who are getting their degrees. Beautiful. And then I also started my own consulting company.
That's beautiful right there.
And that's so I had the flexibility to take care of my kids.
Okay.
And I was still doing some contract work with my folks back in Japan. Right. And then I started working here in Southwest Florida with nonprofits.
There you go.
So
it's a beautiful
since,
thing.
About 2010, I have worked with almost everybody in Southwest Florida. At this point, it's depending on the level of engagement, but I actually used to run a survey where I would survey hundreds of nonprofits around Southwest Florida and trying to figure out their capacity and helping to coach them. So I've worked right here, Collaboratory. That's where we're recording this. I spent some time here with the folks here in the Southwest Florida Community Foundation, the various folks that they did grants to. And I just love it. I just love it. I love when people have a passion to help. And I love when I can use all of my nerd skills to help them get there.
That's good. That's a beautiful thing right there. And it's crazy you say that because we were just having an argument with someone about genuine. When you're genuinely helping someone, you should not have an expectation. Yeah. But they disagreed with what I was saying.
Really?
Which it was very confusing. So
I think people are motivated by different things.
Right.
And I think that you can be genuinely helping somebody and still have expectations. I personally don't.
Right.
But I think that, you set the parameters and you manage expectations. And, I still think that you can help and, be compensated. Right. That's why we have contracts, right? Right. And it's actually a big debate in the nonprofit realm, right? Because there's this tendency to underpay people who are staff at nonprofits. Right. And not value them for what they're worth. And it's like, oh, well, we're helping whatever the cause is. Helping the environment, helping kids, helping puppies, whatever. So you should feel satisfied enough. But the fact of the matter is we all have to live. So if you're underpaying your staff, no matter if you're a for-profit or a nonprofit company, you're still doing a disservice to the talent that you bring to the table.
Right. That is very true. I totally agree with that. Now so you do how many classes at FGCU every day?
So I teach 3 classes a semester. Okay. But I'm only on campus right now once a week. And that's, over the years, we've done different things. I've now taught through 2 hurricanes and a pandemic. Okay. So we're, sometimes we were totally online. Yeah. Sometimes we were, I have classes that I just record everything. Yeah. And they do it on their own. I had ones where we were recorded in person. I have ones where we meet in person, and then they also have assignments online.
Okay.
So, I like it, and I like the flexibility because it really does help different students, different styles of learning.
Right. What one activity that you used to do in the past that you would love to go back and do now?
You mean like in my life?
Yeah.
I want to box again. Oh my God. And listen. Now that I'm a mom, I'm not a welterweight anymore. I've come to terms with that.
Okay.
But let me tell you, I believe the women's WBA heavyweight title has been vacated. It was Lady Ram, Laura Ramsey. She was up in Tampa here.
Okay.
She retired. She's got a couple years on. She retired at 45.
Wow.
And I was like, maybe I can still get my title belt. Maybe.
I don't know.
You're laughing because I've never told this to you. I just want to let everybody know. Like, he doesn't know this part about me, but this is legit. This is legit. I actually told Lady Ram I was going to take her belt before she retired. Yeah.
Oh, man. And she hurried up and retired.
And she retired. She didn't want to.
She didn't want you to take the belt from her.
So it's vacated. So it's like, all right, if I can get my things sorted out, maybe I can get back in the gym. Get that heavyweight belt.
There you go.
Yeah.
So maybe you could do an
goal.
exhibition match.
Yeah, I could do a real match and get the belt.
Oh, okay. All right.
And just while we're talking here, let me give a shout out to not only Steve Canton and SAC Boxing here, but the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame, which is right here in Fort Myers as well. Okay. And I've been doing some work helping with them. We're helping them to catalog and get their collection in order. It's housed right now at SJC over down here in Fort Myers. And there's actually the Boxing Hall of Fame induction ceremony for the class of 2023 coming up in July, nice. June 30th, July 1st in Tampa. It's a really amazing thing because all these folks who have been in the game a long time, Don King, they show up to these things. And it's really thing. I have a whole special feeling about boxing in my heart because it's like, it's community, it's people, it's acceptance, it's knowing yourself. Because like I said, how many times you get punched in the face, right? And can keep going. That's the thing. Is to not fall apart when you get punched in the face.
Right, yeah.
Right? Because we get our ego involved. We get, but if you can just sit there and like be so calm as to get through that, the discipline is so remarkable. And every time I've been at a boxing gym, it's community and it's people.
That's amazing.
And it's just so special. And I'm so happy to be involved with them here in Southwest Florida. And encourage anybody who thinks it's cool to come and check it out.
I got to take my hats off to you because I don't know. It's hard because I did mixed martial arts. I had issues with anyone that wanted to put hands on me. They was just, you put hands on me, like it was just, I just didn't see it. I didn't see it. Even when I was in jail, all these dudes, I never understood that. They got that walk like their hand could really move. And,
being tough.
You ain't putting your hands on me today, bro. It's not happening.
And I did kickboxing for a while, so I'll kick you. I'm a striker. I'm a striker through and through. I do not grapple. Do not grab me.
Kick your teeth in.
And I'm flexible too, so I can kick you in the head.
This is good.
And I'm also a counter puncher, so I got a really, really, really long reach.
Oh, okay.
So somebody may hit me, but I'm gonna hit you too.
You got that quick response right there.
I got the long arms.
Oh my goodness, people! You got a boxer here.
Yeah, and you have to getting over that thing. And I talk to people about this all the time. It is like you have to find that center.
You have to,
because it is you. And I talk about too, like the importance, especially your face. Like that's you. That's the world. That's you. When they see that, they associate that with you. So there's a special affront when somebody hits you in your face.
In the face, man.
And being able to find that center and overcome and be strategic, even when you're under attack. I've used those skills so much in my professional life, in politics, right? Keep that in mind too. We didn't even talk about that. I ran for Congress twice, but
she did, people. She
use it in politics all the time because people are always, especially when you put yourself public like that, people will criticize, and if you just take everything to heart, it's never going to work.
It's not going to work. Yeah, that was beautiful right there, and Man, listen, guys, this was just crazy fun in the studio today.
Yeah, you were crying as what I
Listen. We went into the boxing ring, people. This is serious. I mean, you created a very unique story today. I didn't see that coming, people. Did not see that coming.
That's what made it so much fun to tell you.
Oh, I tell you, that's a beautiful thing right there. So, now, because you're with EHAS, what does that look like right now with you over there at EHAS? What's going on with them people over there?
Right. So, still doing the good work, helping kids. I love that we're connected with FGCU and helping to get those people who are stepping into their career a place to be mentors and role models to the youth as well. Right. We have an amazing golf outing coming up at Tiburon. So looking forward to that. Yes. We got, the Miss Universe Jamaica coming.
Miss Universe Jamaica, both of them, 21 and 22. So that's
it's just going to be an amazing event. Yeah. I'm so proud of you and the whole team. It's going to be an amazing event, so happy that we get these funds in to help the kids so we can produce those courses and help develop that growth mindset in these young folks. I'm just so proud to be part of the team. And same thing that I told you about, what inspires me to start my consulting company is I love when people like you, Cornell, have a vision and a passion, and I can help make it real. Right. It brings me so much joy. It really does. And so, so Cornell's out there, got the vision, got the idea. And I'm the one behind the scenes, like, okay, we're going to put this document together. We're going to call these folks and put just all these things that put the things in order to make the vision happen. So I'm very much that behind the scenes, the structure, the longevity, the stuff. That's my wheelhouse.
That's beautiful.
But it just makes me so happy to see the vision come to life.
Oh my goodness. Listen, people. You just got a story got created right here at the EHAS Club with Dr. Cindy Banyai. Oh, man.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, my goodness. It was amazing avenue. It was beautiful. I don't know what to do with myself right now. I'm like, there's a whole lot going on, people. I'm so excited. This is good. So
you're going to sponsor my title match?
Yes. We sponsored that title match. I want to see her in the ring, people. Yes, I'll be like, yes. Oh, my goodness. So, but thank you. Thank you for coming on and creating a story with us today. So until our next episode, right here at EHAS Club, we thank you. Another story was created. Thank you. All right.
Thanks for tuning in and downloading this episode of Stories to Create. We appreciate you being part of this growing community of storytellers and listeners. If today's conversation inspired you, please share the show with friends, family, or anyone who could use a little motivation in their journey. A special thank you to our sponsors, EHAS Organization, Cornell Bunting LLC, and Nostril Cheese Chase for supporting the mission and making this podcast possible. To learn more about our work, upcoming projects, and how you can get involved, be sure to visit www.cornellbunting.com. Until next time, keep creating, keep growing, and remember, your story has power.